All right, let's just dive right into this. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are tearing into a frankly massive development in the AI world. I mean, the chatter and the mind-boggling capabilities surrounding Elon Musk's latest model, Grok 4, have absolutely reached a fever pitch. So we're going to unpack exactly what's under the hood. We'll look at the architecture, the unprecedented scale of its hardware, and of course, test those massive claims being made about its sheer intelligence. Let's set the stakes instantly, right off the bat. The absolute boldest claim Elon Musk is making about Grok 4, he says it is, quite literally, smarter than a PhD. But wait, it goes way beyond just acing standardized tests or, memorizing the internet. According to the source, this chatbot is actually tackling and solving complex engineering problems that are completely absent from textbooks or online forums. It's not just regurgitating what's already out there. It's generating net new solutions to completely undocumented challenges. Crazy, right?
Section 1. The AI Evolution Leap. We're looking at the move from basic text to full 3D.
To really grasp how massive of a leap we're looking at here, we kind of have to zoom out for a second. Think about the past. Early AI was basically a glorified spell checker, right? Its main job was fixing your grammar and writing super basic text. Then recently, we hit the ChatGPT era. This was that huge wow era where the whole world collectively lost its mind over how human-like the text was. But present day, Grok 4 is playing an entirely different sport. It's moving way beyond just understanding text or looking at flat images. Grok 4 is literally generating 3D videos. It's stepping completely out of the flat page and into dimensional creation and heavy engineering. Moving on to Section 2, a team of AI agents. Let's really dig into Grok 4's architecture. So you're probably wondering, how does a system manage tasks that complex to actually back up those wild intelligence claims? Well, the core of Grok 4's architecture is that it's a heavily multi-model version. But what does that actually mean in plain English? Basically, it means it's not just a single giant AI trying to do one thing at a time. Instead, it operates as an entire team's brain, all working in unison. It's kind of like, imagine a boardroom filled with highly specialized experts seamlessly collaborating, rather than just one really smart person sitting alone in a cubicle. Let's break down exactly what this multi-agent AI team architecture is actually doing. These agents work together to process incredibly diverse streams of data simultaneously. We're talking about processing images, parsing out complex code, and ingesting real-time news, all at the exact same time. By synthesizing visual data, the structural logic of code, and literally up to the second current events without skipping a beat, this team creates a vastly deeper, more cohesive understanding of the world than any previous model. Which brings us to Section 3, the 200K GPU engine. Welcome to an era of unprecedented scale. Look, you simply cannot run a synchronized team of AI agents doing heavy lifting like 3D video generation and real-time news processing on a standard rig. You need an unimaginable amount of computational muscle. And that number is 200,000. Let's just pause on that staggering number for a second. Grok 4 was trained using 200,000 NVIDIA GPUs. To put that hardware scale into perspective, the source material explicitly notes that this level of compute doesn't just make it a faster model, it creates what is essentially a whole different AI planet. The sheer brute force of those 200,000 NVIDIA GPUs is the engine that allows those multi-agent teams to crunch through those completely undocumented engineering problems we were talking about earlier. All right, Section 4, voice and future possibilities. Let's look at the interactive experience.
Now, let's step down from that massive hardware scale and bring it back to the human level, right? The user experience. Because at the end of the day, all that raw power is channeled through an interface you and I actually use. Grok 4 features a personality-injected voice assistant that can converse in multiple different accents. And the source highlights a really brilliant point here. When you're dealing with a machine that's outputting incredibly complex PhD-level data, it can honestly be a little intimidating. But because this voice assistant can use different accents and tones, it makes the interactions so much more fun and engaging. Even if you don't fully grasp the complex output right off the bat, that conversational, playful aspect makes the whole learning process highly enjoyable.
So that brings us to the ultimate question, doesn't it? We've got an AI with the computing power of 200,000 NVIDIA GPUs, utilizing this highly collaborative multi-agent architecture to solve novel engineering problems, all while talking to us in super engaging accents. So What are people going to build with this next? When you hand a tool this powerful, I mean, literally a whole different AI planet, over to the public, the applications are absolutely bound to reshape how we work, how we create, basically the whole shebang. I invite you to follow along for future analyses as we continue to track exactly what the world builds with this unprecedented technology. Thanks so much for exploring this explainer with me.